Sister Réjane Saitaki. We're Nun Sense today, and I don't think Hallmark makes a card for Advent, but I would like to say Happy Advent, Sister.
Good morning, Sister.
Good morning, and I'm saying Happy New Year.
There we go. That's right.
The church New Year, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I picked that up when I taught fifth grade. I'd stand in the hallway the Monday after the first Sunday of Advent, and I'd have my New Year's hat on, my noisemaker going, and shouting Happy New Year in the hall. And, of course, any of the junior high students would look at me, stop, and then the light bulb going, oh, right, church New Year. But the younger ones looked really confused, as they should, until I explained.
And I think Mr. Finn and I were both kind of a mixture of the younger and the junior high students. We kind of knew, but we were kind of going, what? Okay. But we're there now. We're there now.
Yeah.
And kind of love it. As always, the church is ahead of the world by at least 45 days or so, or 30 days or so.
That's right. I like to just, because it is. We often don't, think about it in that way.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So here we are at the beginning of Advent, and, I was taking some time looking at Sunday's gospel from Luke, and I found two phrases that spoke to me right now. One is, beware of the anxieties of daily life, and the second is be vigilant at all times and pray. So starting with that first phrase, beware of the anxieties of daily life really resonates right now, right? Like, this is the time we're running around, we're decorating, we're buying Christmas gifts, preparing to do the cookies and the feast and inviting people. And so there's a lot of stress, I think, that comes with the holiday rush between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So, I understand how the anxieties of daily life can take priority in my life and probably many of your listeners with our relationship with Jesus. And, one thing I've learned in living religious life these 19 years is that we really want to make a space to wait for Jesus' birth. And sometimes that space can be tangible. So maybe by not setting the tree up and decorating too early. And my very first year in community, I was dismayed when Thanksgiving weekend came and went, and we did not put up our tree. The sisters were said, no, we wait till the old antiphons begin, which is 7 days before Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
So we simply decorated for Advent with the wreaths and purple and greenery, because we're waiting in our common space for the coming of Christ. And it's the same in our churches, right? We do not decorate until the fourth Sunday of Advent ends. So, this is a visible reminder of waiting for Christ's birth. But however, today, as I live here with Sister Pat, I continue that tradition, and we wait and just decorated for Advent. But this past weekend, I was assisting my parents in putting up their tree, right? So, and I understand why, right? It's a long weekend. People have more time to get it done. So I realized, it may not be practical, right, for families to wait to decorate. So instead, that's where that second phrase comes in. Be vigilant at all times and pray. And that's really the remedy for our daily anxieties. Be vigilant and pray. This creates the inner space, which is of more value to our relationship with Jesus. So the other thing I did with my parents this weekend is we lit the Advent wreath for the first time and read from Advent Gospel Reflections by Bishop Robert Barron. And it was wonderful. His first opening reflection for Sunday, he highlighted that be vigilant from the gospel and Eucharistic adoration as a way to keep vigil with Jesus in prayer. And so I quote this line from him: to spend a half hour or an hour in the presence of the Lord is not to accomplish or achieve very much. It is not really getting anywhere, but it is a particular rich form of spiritual waiting. So I think what a wonderful remedy that is to the daily anxieties of our life. Just stop and pray. So, my parents do a regular holy hour on Fridays at their church's Eucharistic Adoration Chapel. So they were like, yeah, we do that. We do that. I, on the other hand, found myself brought up short. Full confession here, up until September, I was doing a Wednesday adoration at my local parish, but I have fallen out of the habit. So this Advent, I am going to recommit myself to a Wednesday prayer hour with Jesus. So
Well, that's a great idea, because a lot of people do fall off a little bit, and you get it becomes routine, and you drift away from it, and so this is a great time to recommit and reconnect, with that waiting that you're talking about.
Right. So for your listeners, like how can you keep vigil with Jesus this Advent as we await his birth? And I think prayer and I just, because it's so busy, to have that silence with Jesus in the Eucharistic adoration is just it is beautiful. Yeah.
And there must be something good about waiting, right? I mean, in our walk of faith, the people of God have been waiting for thousands of years. I mean, first they're waiting on the birth of Jesus for thousands of years. Now we're waiting on the second coming of Jesus. He must know there's something good about us learning to be patient in our waiting.
Yes. Right. Exactly. And that's a virtue that I think I know I need help on.
You and me both.
So, right? Like that this is a season of waiting and patience, and we see it in our kids. Like they're always very anxious, like anticipating, right? Like impatient. Well, when is it time? Yeah,
I have to say our tree is up. We'll wait to put the candy canes on it at the Christmas Eve. But other than that, we have no patience at all. So we're going to have to learn to be a little more patient. Thank you very much.
Yeah, if you get those multicolored lights that you can set one color or another, you could use the white lights now and then switch to the color lights, on the 17th or something like that.
There must be some virtue in that. I don't know.
Sister Réjane, wonderful reflection. Thank you so much for it. And people can catch up with you at a Nun's Life Ministry. How? Because there's some great podcasts.
Great. That'd be great. Yep, just go to nunslife.org. That'd be great.
Terrific. Sister Réjane, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Happy Advent.
Bye. Happy Advent.